Hi friends, welcome back to True North Leadership Academy. Here we're working to equip Pathfinder leaders, youth ministry volunteers, and club directors to lead with clarity and purpose. Please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. Today we're going to talk about a really important topic, and that is how can we support kids aged 10 to 17 navigating trauma, grief, or significant life changes. As leaders, we often encounter youth that are facing challenges, whether that's loss of a loved one or family upheaval or any traumatic event. Let's explore how we can be a source of support and hope for our Pathfinders. Part 1. Let's take a minute to really understand the impact that trauma and grief can have on a Pathfinder's emotional, spiritual, and even cognitive development. There's a lot of research that indicates that adolescents, our Pathfinder age kids, are experiencing trauma and may face challenges in trust, emotional regulation, and even academic performance. From a Christian standpoint, we have to recognize that while suffering is part of the human experience, God calls us to be vessels of His comfort and His love. I think of the verse in 2 Corinthians, it's chapter 1, verse 4, that reminds us God comforts us in all of our troubles so that we can comfort others. 2. Understand that it is crucial to recognize the signs that a Pathfinder might be struggling. So there's different kind of indicators. For example, emotional indicators could be anxiety, depression, mood swings, behavioral changes like withdrawal, aggression, decline in academic performance, or there can even be physical symptoms like changes in sleep or appetite. Understanding these signs makes us more able to respond with empathy and find the appropriate support, which may not always be you and probably often isn't going to necessarily be you. Some Pathfinders may need additional support and services that other people could offer better than you or someone in the church. Part 3. Here's some practical strategies for supporting your Pathfinders through their healing journey. Number 1, create a safe space. Foster that environment where your Pathfinders feel secure and valued. This really aligns with trauma-informed care principles that emphasizing safety and trust. Also, be an active listener. Offer that non-judgmental ear. Sometimes being present is more impactful than offering solutions. In fact, sometimes it's probably better you don't offer solutions. You might need to find someone else who can help better than you, but you can always listen and be that safe space. You can encourage expression. For example, providing outlets like journaling, art, or music to help your Pathfinders process their emotions. You can also provide spiritual guidance. Just make sure it's very genuine. Share scriptures that speak of hope and healing, reminding them that God is always there and He loves them no matter what. You may also need to turn to professional referrals. Recognize when it's time to connect your youth with counselors or therapists specializing in adolescent trauma. Always talk to the parents first. Part 4. To equip yourself as a leader to effectively support others, you have to do a few things. Number 1, educate yourself. You've got to go out seeking resources and training on trauma-informed care and adolescent development. Don't expect that to just come to you. You have to go seek it out. Self-care is important. Make sure that you're prioritizing attending to your own emotional and spiritual well-being. You got to put your own oxygen mask on first before you can help others. See what's available out there in your community for support as well. Look to engage with other leaders so that you can share your experiences and encourage each other. We're going to support our Pathfinders through trauma and grief, and that is a profound responsibility. But remember, you're not in it alone. Lean on your faith, lean on your community, lean on the parents, and the resources that are available to help guide our Pathfinders toward healing. Let me leave you with something really practical. If you know a kid is going through a hard time, like grief or trauma or a family change, here's where you can start this week. Text or message the parents and say, hey, I've been praying for your child. If there's anything specific that they need a ride to Pathfinders, if they need a reminder about what's coming up, or if they just need somebody to talk to, or if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Set aside 5 minutes at your next Pathfinder meeting and just ask that kid, hey, what's been going on this week? What was the hardest part of your week? And really just listen without fixing. You'll be surprised what kids will share when they're given the space to do so. Create a simple check-in role with your club. Maybe a teen peer leader or an adult quietly checks in with a certain kid each week. Just a real informal, hey, I see you, can be more healing than a sermon. And most importantly, pray intentionally for your club, not just in general, but each kid by name. God already knows what they're carrying. You just get to be the reminder that they're not carrying it alone. You don't have to be a therapist. You don't need to give advice or fix anything. You just need to be present and prayerful and willing to show up, even if it's awkward. You are a part of their healing story, and that is holy work. Also, let me just put in a little disclaimer here. Sometimes dealing with grief and trauma and family problems can be a very touchy subject. And I don't know about you, but I'm very keen on following recommendations by Adventist Risk Management and other people who know more than I do on this topic. Be very careful with how you approach kids. Make sure that you're never alone with a child, that there's always another adult in the room with you, or at least an eye shot if you're having a private conversation, and make sure that you always keep the parents in the loop. And also be careful what you agree to hold in confidence. If a child is at risk or is going to hurt themselves, of course you don't want to ever hold that in confidence. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, please share it with a fellow leader. Let's continue to build this community that's rooted in compassion and faith. See you next time for the next episode of True North Leadership Academy.